Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Open Mic Broadcast. I am your host. My name is Gregory Johnson, and today we have a Swac conference matchup for you all. We have the Prairie View A&M Panthers taking on the Grambling Tigers. This is going to be a home game for Prairie View. They come into this one with a record of 1-12 so far to start this season off, while the Grambling Tigers come into this one with a record of 3-10. Both teams looking to come out victorious today. We'll be back to start this game with about 5 minutes to go in the pregame stage. Both teams warming up so far. Looks like the Panthers will be wearing all white and the Tigers will be wearing all black. We'll be right back at the start of the game. And welcome back as both teams get set at half court to get started. And the starting lineup for the Panthers, we have Jordan Tillman at the 1, J.P. Ricks at the 2, Tazan Petway at the 3, Elijah Terry at the 4, and rounding out their starting lineup, we have Marcel Bryan at the 5. At the 1, we have Mikael Stevens for the Tigers. At the 2, we have Contavious Dozier. At the 3, we have P.J. Edwards. At the 4, we have P.J. Eason. And rounding out the Tigers starting 5, we have Eason Ross at the 5. P.J. Eason drives from the right side, loses control of the handle. Panthers come back the other way. Layup is too hard there by Jordan Tillman. Tigers with the rebound. Score is 4-2 here early in this first half. Alley attempt. Enes Ross catches it, comes down, and finishes through contact against the Panthers, giving the Tigers a 6-2 lead. Panthers now with the ball, trying to get their offense set. Tigers playing tight defense, making the Panthers lose control of their handle. A drive by the Panthers, and the ball is tipped away, and the Tigers steal it, coming back the other way. The Euro step by the Tigers. That shot is missed. Rebound by the Panthers. Tigers are in the Panthers' face every time they look up from catching the ball or passing the ball. Great defense here by the Tigers to start off. Panthers shot from the top of the key, and that shot is good. Marcel Bryant with the pick and pop 3, giving the Panthers 5 as they now trail 6-5 to the Tigers. Tigers now with the ball. Ball is floated down to Ernest Ross, excuse me. That ball is tipped away by the Panthers, and we have a substitution for both teams. Jordan Tillman will check out. Tigers also make a substitution, and they substitute bigs. Tigers with the ball. Shot clock winding down. Foul is called before the shot, going against the Panthers. Tazan Petway will be called for the foul. The ball will be inbounded on the Tigers side. A little bit of confusion on who's going to inbound the ball. And we get it set, and the Tigers now have it. Tigers looking to inbound the ball. Tight defense here by the Panthers. A drive baseline by the Tigers, and that finish is good through a lot of contact there for number 4, P.J. Edwards, giving the Tigers a 3-point lead over the Panthers. Braylon Bush is who checked in for the Panthers for Jordan Tillman. And they drive baseline by the Panthers, but he stepped out of bounds. John Petway with the turnover for the Panthers, and the ball will go the other way. Tigers with possession. Another substitution here for the Panthers as John Petway will sub out. Orlando Horton Jr. will check in. Tigers inbound the ball, bringing it back the other way. Kerr Stevens with the ball, looking to get a shot up. Loses his man with a shifty crossover and puts up the three. That shot is good, giving the Tigers a 6-point lead over the Panthers here in this first half. Orlando Horton Jr. with the drive and kick, kicks it out to Braylon Bush, and that shot is good as the Panthers answer the Tigers' 3-point shot. And the Panthers now trail by 3 points with a score of Panthers 8, Tigers 11. 15 minutes left here in this first half. And a shifty move there by Mikael Stevens to get the Tigers offense a bucket. Foul on that shot. And when we come back from this timeout by the Panthers, we will have free throws. We'll be right back after this timeout. And welcome back to the open mic broadcast. We start off here with the Tigers out of a timeout. Shoot at the free throw line. 0-0 Contavious Dozier puts the shot up, and that shot is good, giving the Tigers a 6-point lead over the Panthers with a score of Tigers 14, Panthers 8. Panthers come back the other way, trying to get their offense set. Orlando Horton Jr., and that shot is blocked by Nakeem Naji for the Tigers. Panthers will retain possession. Panthers get the ball in. Post work here by Marcel Bryant, and that fadeaway jumper is good, cutting into the Tigers' lead. Tigers come back the other way, leading the Panthers by a score of 14-10. Ernest Ross checks back into the game for the Tigers. And the Panthers up their intensity on defense here. Kind of hard for the Tigers to get a shot up. And a traveling violation is forced by the Panthers. Great defense. Panthers will get possession of the ball. Both teams look like they want to get the opposing team off balance when it comes to their offensive scheme coming into today's game. Both teams seem to be hanging their hat on the defensive side of the ball as Marcellus Bryant attempts a step back three. Misses it. Tigers with the rebound. Tigers come back the other way. Mid-range jumper is up, and that shot is good. 0-0 Contavious Dozier. Dozier is averaging third most points on the team for the Tigers with 10.3 points per game this season, while shooting 43% from the field and 27% from three. A step back jumper by Bush for the Panthers, and that shot is good as the Panthers continue to cut into this lead. Now trailing the Tigers by a score of 16-3. The Tigers come back the other way. Both teams playing very intense defense, and as the Tigers have a lot of miscommunication on offense, they get the ball in, and an alley attempt looked to be good. Not sure who they'll credit that basket to, but it counts as points for the Tigers, and they up their lead to 5 over the Panthers with a score of 18-13. Panthers swinging the ball around, trying to get an open shot. They finally get one. Petway from the corner. That shot is off. Tigers with the rebound. They come back the other way. Dozier with the rebound. Tigers looking to set up their offense, and a foul is called. No basket on the play. Looks like this foul will go against the Panthers. J.P. Ricks with the foul against the Tigers. The Tigers will inbound the ball. 12 minutes and 54 seconds left here in this first half. The Tigers lead the Panthers by a score of 18-13. Tigers looking to work it down in the post, and that ball is stolen by the Panthers. Marcellus Bryant with the steal. The Panthers come back the other way. Panthers working the ball around, trying to get their offense set. And a nice move here by Marcellus Bryant. Still can't get open. Bush with the drive, kicks it out to Bryant. A fake shot. And that mid-range is short. Rebounded by the Tigers as they come back the other way. Dozier with the ball, looking to speed it up, passes it down low. The mid-range post work here by the Tigers. Nowhere to go, puts the shot up. That shot is off, rebounded by the Panthers, and they come back the other way. Bush with the ball, comes down, crosses over, drives, and that ball is stripped. And a foul is called going against the Tigers. They clearly, obviously disagree with the call, but refs make the call and a timeout is called. And we'll be right back after this timeout. And welcome back out of this timeout. The ball, as that foul was called against number 2 for the Tigers, Mikael Stevenson. Panthers looking to inbound the ball. They get it in, and it's stolen by the Tigers. Stolen back by Panthers, and stolen again by the Tigers. They come back the other way. Mikael Stevenson with the layup through contact, and that shot is good. And the Panthers get the ball, and they come back the other way. After that basket by Mikael Stevenson, the Tigers now lead the Panthers by a score of 20-13. Panthers with the ball, looking to cut into this lead. Bush fakes a shot, zips it inside to Petway, and that shot is no good, but a foul on the shot against the Tigers. Foul will be charged against number 24 for the Tigers, Lewis Hutchinson. To dodge, Petway will head to the free throw line for the Panthers. Shoot 2 free throws. First shot is up, and that shot is good. Zion Petway comes into this one shooting 70% from the free throw line. Zion Petway comes into this one after scoring 22 points in Prairie View's last game, which was a loss to the Oklahoma Sooners by a score of 89-67. Tigers with the ball, they come back the other way. Stevenson drives inside, head fakes, and that ball is tipped away, almost stolen by the Panthers, and it is stolen. Petway goes up, and that dunk attempt is blocked, but a foul will be called against the Tigers. Looks like Petway will head to the free throw line for the Panthers. And he will. As mentioned before, Petway shoots 70% from the free throw line this season. 2 free throws here. First one is good. Panthers cut their deficit to 4 as they trail the Tigers 20-16 with 11 minutes left here in this first half. Second free throw by Petway is also good. Tigers with possession, looking to inbound the ball. Full court press defense here by the Panthers. And they look to continue to throw the Tigers off of their offensive game plan, and it seems to be working as that is another Tiger turnover, and the Panthers will get possession. Panthers coming back the other way. Orlando Horton Jr. with the ball, passes it. Panthers moving the ball around, trying to get a good shot here. Petway with the drive, kicks it out to Bryant, and that pass is tipped out of bounds. It will stay with the Panthers. As I mentioned before, both teams coming into this one trying to poke holes into both teams' offensive identities with their defensive intensity so far. Both teams trying to set a tone here early defensively. Panthers with the ball. Orlando Horton Jr. with the drive. A floater is up, and that shot is good. As the Panthers now trail by 1 by a score of Tigers 20, Panthers 19. Trap here by the Panthers. Defensive intensity has really increased here, and the Panthers force another miss, and they come back the other way, slowing things down, trying to get a good offensive possession here to try to take the lead. 10 minutes left here in this first half. Orlando Horton Jr. with the ball at the top of the key. Kicks it to the right elbow to Bush. Kicks it to the corner, kicks it back to Bush. Swung back around to Horton Jr. with a deep three, and that shot is good as the Panthers take the lead with 10 minutes left here in this first half. Panthers now lead by a score of 22. Panthers 20 Tigers. Mikhail Stevenson comes back the other way for the Tigers as they try to get their offense set. Stevenson, who has shown a quick twitch here with the ball in his hand, and he kicks it to the elbow, and that three-point attempt is off by the Tigers. Ball is fumbled and juggled out of bounds, and the ball will go to the Panthers. Panthers now have possession as they come back the other way. 10 minutes left here in this first half. Tigers lead the Panthers by a score of 22-20. J.P. Ricks checks into the game for the Panthers. Orlando Horton Jr. catches the ball at the top of the key. Panthers moving it around, trying to get a good shot. Kick to Bryant. Hesitates. Dribbles, cross. Gets it to the mid-range. Petway with the baseline drive. Kicks it out to Bryant. He gets an open shot from the corner, and that shot is off. Rebounded by the Tigers. Stevenson comes back the other way. Kicks to the elbow. Dozier with the ball on the left side. Kicks it back to Stevenson. Tigers with possession here. They pass it down low. And great defense here by the Panthers. So far in this game, the Tigers have been trying to take advantage of those mismatches with their big men down low against Panthers guards and forwards. But those forwards and guards for the Panthers have done a good job battling for position down low and not allowing the Tigers big man to get good position. And that is another Tigers turnover, and the Panthers now have possession of the ball. Panthers trying to move it around. Orlando Horton Jr. with a fadeaway mid-range, and that shot is off. Tigers with the rebound, and they come back the other way. Kentavious Dozier working in the post against the Tigers, kicks it out, and that three-point shot attempt by the Tigers is no good. Mikhail Stevenson tries to drive inside, has that ball stripped away, and a save attempt by the Panthers, but J.P. Ricks' foot was on the line, and the Tigers will retain possession. Just saw Braylon Bush for the Panthers run to the locker room. Not too sure if there was an injury or what there. Get you all an update on him. But before that, the Panthers forced another turnover against the Tigers, as the Panthers will get possession after this timeout by the Tigers. We'll be right back. And welcome back, folks. As the Panthers, as I mentioned before, forced another turnover, and they now have possession. And they lead the Tigers by a score of 22-20. I mentioned before also, Braylon Bush had ran to the locker room for the Panthers, and he is back out on the bench. That's turn away, hook shot for Marcellus Bryant for the Panthers is no good, as the Tigers get the rebound and come back the other way. Kentavious Dozier with the ball, trying to head to the left side, as the Panthers try to keep him from doing so, and a shot at the rim by Ross is blocked by number 13 for the Panthers. Panthers come back the other way, miss a shot attempt of their own, and tempers flare on the court as a foul was committed going against the Tigers. 13, Elijah Terry will head to the free throw line for the Panthers. I'll check that. Correction. The foul was committed by number 13 for the Panthers, Elijah Terry, and the Tigers now have possession. Mikael Stevenson drives inside. A lot of contact. He thought he was fouled. No foul call. Another turnover by the Tigers, and the Panthers come back the other way. Elijah Terry tried to clean up a miss. He doesn't. Fight for the ball up in the air, and the Tigers will commit a foul. First personal foul going against P.J. Eason for the Tigers. The Panthers have possession still. Slowing things down, trying to get their offense set. They force it down inside. Marcellus Bryant with the ball back to the basket. Kicks it out to Elijah Terry. That three-point attempt is no good. Tigers with the rebound. They come back the other way. Lando Horton Jr. guarding Dozier, hounding him, trying to keep him from getting into the front court. Does a decent job, but he eventually forces it past the half-court line, and a foul is going to be called going against Elijah Terry, as he was subbed out of the game. Coming in for him is number 6, Zakir Sawyer. Tigers with the ball, and Panthers look like they force another turnover. Waiting for the referee's call, and they do so, forcing another turnover against the Tigers, and the Panthers will get the ball once again. Braylon Bush, who I mentioned had ran to the locker room a couple of minutes earlier, has now checked in to the game for J.P. Ricks. Braylon Bush hit a big three for the Panthers as they were trying to cut into that deficit that they had, now leading the Tigers by 2 points. Petway with a three, and that shot is up, and it's good. And the Panthers increase their lead by 5, leading the Tigers by a score of 25-20. 6 minutes left here in this first half. Tigers now with possession. Tigers moving the ball around, try to force it inside. They do so, but a foul is called. Panthers will be charged with a foul. Zakir Sawyer called for the foul. First personal going against him. Tigers will inbound the ball. Panthers have done a great job in this first half with their defensive intensity. Ball is inbounded. Ernest Ross with the ball, kicks it to Stevenson. Ball is kicked to Ernest Ross. Once again, he drives inside. A lot of contact. Ball goes out of bounds. Panthers ball as that ball went off on a Tiger. Ernest Ross looked to be shaking up a little bit on that drive. He was sub out of the game. Grabbed at his knee on the ground. He looks to be walking just fine. Panthers with possession. Orlando Horton Jr. Braylon Bush in the backcourt for the Panthers. Petway, Bryant. And Jordan Tillman joined those two on the court for the Panthers. And a turnover by the Panthers. The Tigers come back the other way. And a blocking foul will be going against the Panthers, sending the Tigers to the free throw line. Shooting free throws for the Tigers, P.J. Edwards. P.J. Edwards comes into this one playing 13 games, averaging 5.5 points per game for the Tigers, while shooting 70% from the free throw line. One free throw attempt here for Edwards. Petway will come out, and J.P. Ricks will check back in. And that free throw attempt there by Edwards is no good. Panthers get the rebound and come back the other way. Panthers moving the ball around, trying to get a good shot, trying to get a good offensive set to run here. Orlando Horton Jr. drives amongst the trees, kicks it out. Braylon Bush catches it. Shot is waved off after a traveling violation is called going against the Panthers. And a turnover by the Panthers. Giving the Tigers possession of the ball. Zakiya Sawyer will check in for Orlando Horton Jr., giving him a breather. Tigers with the ball. Dozier at the top of the key. Looking over the defense, kicks it to the corner. Edwards with the ball. Not much going there in the corner. Panthers defense has been very intense here, and a tip ball here by the Panthers as they come back the other way. Mentioning the intense defense. Zakiya Sawyer with the and one. And it looks like that will be called off. As a charge will be called against the Tigers. A charge will be called against the Panthers, excuse me. Just as I mentioned the defensive intensity by the Panthers, they get a tip pass resulting in a turnover. The and one basket didn't count, but nevertheless, this defense by the Panthers in this first half has really set the tone for this game for them so far. Coach Byron Smith arguing with officials about that charge call. It looked like it should have been a good basket to me. I'm not an official. But nevertheless, the Tigers have the ball. Tigers have the ball. Contavious Dozier trying to bring it up court. Panthers in his face, PJ Ricks in his face, and I know the turnover is almost forced by the Panthers as both teams fight for the ball. Dozier is forced in the corner. And another great defensive possession by the Panthers as a shot is blocked. Nevertheless, the Tigers get the rebound, come back the other way. Tigers force it inside. A shot attempt is no good, and the Panthers come back the other way. A kick to the corner for Braylon Bush. He drives, shoots the mid-range jumper, and that shot is off. Tigers with the rebound. 4 minutes left here in this first half. Tigers trail the Panthers by one by a score of 25-24. Grambling with a drive inside. PJ Edwards with the fadeaway jumper, and that shot is good. Giving the Tigers a 1-point lead with 3 minutes left here in this first half. Panthers trying to get their offense set. Jordan Tillman at the top of the key. He doesn't move, drives inside, drives amongst the trees, puts a shot up, but that shot is off. But he will go to the free throw line and shoot free throws for the Panthers. Timeout here by the Panthers. When we come back, we have free throws from guard Jordan Tillman for the Panthers. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone. We will have free throws here by Jordan Tillman for the Panthers. Tillman comes into this one averaging 9 points per game for the Panthers while shooting 79% from the free throw line. First free throw was good, tying this game. Tillman looks to get the lead for the Panthers, and he does so, giving the Panthers a 1-point lead over the Tigers. Tigers with the ball as they come back the other way. Tigers with the ball, trying to get an offensive set here, still forcing it inside. Shot up by Grambling, and that shot is off. That shot was attempted by Lewis Hutchison. Panthers with the rebound as they come back the other way. Marcellus Bryant with the shot fake from the 3. He drives inside. Mid-range jumper. Fadeaway is good. Marcellus Bryant with the bucket for the Panthers, giving them a 3-point lead over the Tigers with 2 minutes left here in this first half, Tigers coming back the other way. That's it. Mikael Stevens checked back into the game. Contavious Dozier with the 3-point attempt, and that shot is good, tying this game for the Tigers with a score of 29-29. Panthers come back the other way, trying to get their offense set. Wouldn't be surprised if they look to go to Bryant here. He's been hot in this first half. Waylon Bush with the ball. Drives inside, kicks it out. Kick out again, finds the ball, finds Bush again in the corner, and that 3-point jumper is good. Waylon Bush with a 3-pointer, giving the Panthers a 3-point lead over the Tigers. 1.5 minutes left here in this first half. The Panthers lead the Tigers by a score of 32-29. Mikael Stevenson gets the ball coming off of a screen. Still has the ball. He drives inside, kicks it to the corner. A 3-point shot again. That shot is up and it's no good. Bodies hit the floor as the ball went up in the air. Fight for the rebound. Personal foul going against Grambling. Panthers were going to get possession from the rebound anyway, and they get possession and will come back the other way. Substitutions here for Grambling. Ernest Ross checks back into the game. And before we get any more basketball in, the Panthers will take a timeout here. And welcome back as the Panthers have the ball. Panthers moving it around, trying to get a good shot here. Jordan Tillman hits the move, kicks it to the corner. Drive by the Panthers, and that shot is up, and it's good. Sawyer with the basket. And the Tigers come back the other way. Tigers trail the Panthers by a score of 34 Panthers, 29 Tigers. Ernest Ross with the ball at the top. Tigers still moving the ball around, trying to get a good shot here. Shot clock winding down. Contavious Dozier loses the ball. Another turnover here by the Tigers, forced by the Panthers. Coming back the other way, Sawyer with another layup. And the Panthers are on fire to end this first half. 30 seconds left here in this first half. And the Panthers continue to increase their lead against the Tigers. Panthers lead the Tigers by a score of 36-29. Mikael Stevens with the ball at the top of the key, trying to get some points on the board for the Tigers before we go into halftime. Kicks it to the corner on the drive. That shot is up and it's no good. Stevenson's fight for the rebound and the Panthers have it. Panthers put it Jordan Tillman at the buzzer. That shot is short. Panthers great defensive intensity in this first half led to them having a great first half defensively and an equally great first half offensively. And the Panthers lead the Tigers by a score of 36-29. We'll be right back at the start of halftime with a halftime report in the second half. And welcome back as we are about to get ready to start the second half of this Prairie View Panthers and Grambling Tigers basketball game. This is a Swac conference matchup, the first Swac conference matchup for the Panthers. And starting the second half, the Panthers will have the ball, and they lead the Tigers by a score of 36-29. Panthers are going from the right side. PJ Ricks in the game, kicks it to Bryant, and that 3-point shot by Bryant is no good, rebounded by the Tigers. Tigers will come back the other way. Mikael Stevens and Contavious Dozier, the starting front backcourt for the Tigers. Foul going against the Panthers, called against Marcel Bryant, as the Tigers will inbound the ball here. Trying to get a wet spot up off the court here. That's the holdup. Sorry for the moment of silence. Just was trying to see how wet the court could possibly be. Why nobody is using the mop to get the wet spot up. And looks like the refs and a couple of players finally got the wet spot up. Okay, we can get back to some basketball now. Nope, another ref is coming with a towel. And never mind, they got the wet spot up. They don't need the towel no more. And the Tigers will inbound the ball. After that long wait, let me remind you all of the score. It is Panthers 36, Tigers 29. Tigers inbound the ball. Octavia Dozier spins. Kicks it out. Drive inside by the Tigers, and that contested layup is made by number 4, PJ Edwards for the Tigers. Edwards comes into this one, averaging 5 points per game for the Tigers. Panthers come back the other way. Tigers cut into their lead with that last bucket by Edwards. Petway with the drive inside, and that crafty layup off glass increases the Panthers' lead by a score of 38-31. Tigers with the ball. Dozier kicks it to Stevenson. Stevenson kicks it to Ross, kicks it back to Stevenson. Stevenson shoots the floater. That floater is good by the Tigers. Tigers now trail the Panthers by a score of 38-33. Panthers come back the other way. To Jan Petway with the drive inside, kicks it to Jordan Tillman. Jordan Tillman steps in for the mid-range jumper, and that shot is good. Jordan Tillman's last bucket gives the Panthers a 7-point lead, and that shot is blocked. Marcel Bryant met a Tiger at the rim. Marcel Bryant met PJ Eason at the rim. Petway with the nice step through, and that shot is off. Step back, excuse me. Rebound by the Tigers, and they come back the other way. PJ Dozier with the drive inside, and that shot is blocked by J.P. Ricks. Ball goes off of the Tigers, and the Panthers get the ball once again. To start off this second half, the Panthers bring that defensive intensity from the first half into the second half and come out and build a early lead, 7-point lead over the Tigers. 17 and a half minutes left here in the second half. The Panthers lead the Tigers by a score of 40-33. PJ Ricks kicks it to Tajan Petway. That straightaway three is good. And the Panthers coming out with a little fire under their behinds, and they try to build a bigger lead than the one they already had. Now leading the Tigers by 10 points by a score of 43-33. Defensive intensity is still at an ultra high. As a almost another steal, but the Tigers slip through. PJ Eason with the dunk. And the Tigers cut into their deficit, trailing the Panthers by 35-43. Tajan Petway drives inside, almost loses it, and actually does. That is going to be the Tigers basketball. A rare turnover here for the Panthers. Nevertheless, it is a turnover, and the Tigers have possession. Couple of substitutions for the Panthers. Jordan Tillman and Tazan Petway will check out. Braylon Bush and Orlando Horton Jr. will check in. Tigers with the ball, looking to get this lead. Haven't had the lead since the beginning of this first half. And the Panthers have really been in the Tigers' face this whole game, and a drive by the Tigers is good. Lewis Hutchinson with the basket baseline. As the Tigers continue to cut into their deficit, not trailing by 6. Orlando Horton Jr. with the crossover. He drives inside. Steps back, kicks it to Bryant. Bryant drives inside. Spins her way, shoots the jumper, and it's in and out, rebounded by the Tigers as they come back the other way. Stevenson with the ball. Crosses over. Calls for a screen. And that ball is stolen by Orlando Horton Jr. He picks Stevenson pocket. Terry comes down, trailing Horton Jr. and makes that fast break layup. Stevenson comes back with a quick step in this jump, and the Panthers come back the other way, and that basket is good by Braylon Bush on the acrobatic layup. Panthers with more great defensive intensity here to start off this second half. And after a 10-point lead, the lead is also cut into but brought back up to a 10-point lead, and the Panthers now lead the Tigers by a score of 47-37. We'll be right back after this timeout by the Tigers. And welcome back. The Tigers have the ball, looking to inbound it. Panthers lead the Tigers by a score of 47-37. Defensive intensity has maybe upped itself since the first half as the Panthers forced a 5-second violation against the Tigers. Another turnover for the Tigers. The defense by the Panthers here in this game so far against the Tigers is no words to explain it, honestly. Panthers with the ball, moving it around, trying to get a good shot up here. Orlando Horton Jr. kicks to the elbow. PJ Ricks with the ball. Horton Jr. drives, hesitation move, a kick inside, but that ball is stolen by the Tigers, and they will come back the other way. Second turnover for the Panthers in this second half. Stevenson with the kick to the corner. Nothing going. Stevenson gets it back in the corner, trying to get out. And a foul is going to be, offensive foul is going to be called against Stevenson. And the Panthers will get the ball and they come back the other way. PJ Easton would check back into the game for the Tigers. Zakir Sawyer will check into the game for the Panthers, and JP Ricks will come out. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. We go into this break with a score of Panthers 47, Tigers 37. And welcome back as the Panthers have the ball. The Tigers switch to a zone to try to throw the Panthers off of some of this offensive firepower they have in this second half. Silas Bryant with the ball, drives inside, kicks it back outside. Tazan Petway drives inside. A lot of contact, no foul. Ball will go out of bounds. Tigers get possession. Tigers with the ball, trying to get their offense set up, get a good shot here. Stevenson with the ball. And a shot attempt by the Tigers, but a foul was called before that shot. Personal foul going against Orlando Horton Jr. That's going to be Horton's first foul. J.P. Ricks would check into the game for Tajon Petway. On the court for the Panthers is P.J. Ricks, Braylon Bush, Sawyer at the 3, Orlando Horton Jr. at the 4, and Marcellus Bryan at the 5. Stevenson with the ball, he kicks it out. Ross with the ball, nothing going. Panthers still keeping up that defensive intensity, not letting the Tigers get too much going. And a foul is going to be called against the Panthers as that defense was maybe a little bit too intense. The Panthers have really done a great job at rotating to the ball, rotating away from the ball, being able to anticipate where the ball is going to go, staying in front of their defenders, and having active hands. A shot, the post hook is put up by the Panthers by the Tigers, and the Panthers get the rebound, but a foul is called after the Panthers got possession. P.J. Eason called for his 3rd foul, and a substitution would be made for the Panthers as Tajon Petway would check back into the game. And Orlando Horton Jr. would check out. Braylon Bush with the ball, bringing it up for the Panthers. Panthers moving the ball around. Sawyer fakes a jumper. He drives inside, and a turnover by the Panthers, but they get it right back. Almost a turnover again. They get it back again. And a foul will be called against the Tigers. Ernest Ross is called for the personal foul, and the Panthers will inbound it from the sideline. Panthers moving the ball around. Braylon Bush will drive, and he slips down. Shot clock is winding down. Panthers have to put up a prayer, and that shot goes in. Zakir Sawyer with the prayer mid-range at the buzzer for the shot clock, and it goes in. Panthers lead the Tigers by a score of 49-37. Tigers still forcing it inside. A backdoor cut is made, and that pass was beautiful there by the big man for the Tigers, James Flippin, excuse me. And the Panthers get the ball back, coming back the other way. Panthers still lead the Tigers by 10 by a score of 49-39. Tajon Petway not looking up, almost had it stripped away, and the Panthers with a couple of sloppy offensive possessions here. And they give the ball away, and the Tigers force one of their turnovers. We'll be right back after this timeout. Looks like Coach Smith wants to talk things over after a couple of sloppy offensive possessions. We'll be right back after this timeout. And welcome back out of this timeout. The Tigers have possession. Panthers with full court press defense here, trying to get this defensive intensity back up. P.J. Ricks hit with a hard screen by Ernest Ross. Tigers still trying to force it inside. Stevenson with the drive inside, and he's trapped. Ernest Jones with the cut, and the layup is good. Ernest Ross, cutting into the Tigers deficit as they trail the Panthers by a score of 49-41. Panthers moving the ball around, trying to get a good shot, trying to get this offense back to where it was in the first half, and they do not do so as that mid-range jumper was missed. Both teams run for the ball, a fight for the ball. The ball goes out of bounds. And a personal foul is going to be called against P.J. Eason. Panthers will keep possession, inbounding the ball underneath their basket. Both teams trying to get a good understanding of what's what with the foul calls and the inbounding situation. And it looks like they got it squared away. And Tazan Petway with the trick play throws it off of a Tiger defender's back and lays it up on the basket, giving the Panthers back their 10-point lead, leading the Panthers by a score of 51-41. Pass inside, kicks it back outside. The Tigers put a 3 up, and that shot is no good. Fight for the rebound, and the Panthers have it. Orlando Horton Jr. coming down court kind of fast, and he kicks it out as the Panthers slow it down. John Petway thought about shooting the jumper. Shot fake, kicks it to Brian. Brian puts the 3 up, and that 3-point shot is good, increasing the Panthers' lead by a score of 54-41. Tigers with the ball, still trying to force it inside, and a travel is going to be called against the Tigers. Panthers basketball as James Flippin lost his footing on that spin move and was called for a travel. That will be a turnover for the Tigers and possession of the ball for the Panthers. Ball is inbounded to Braylon Bush, and they come back down the other way. Sawyer with the ball, Panthers moving it around. Offense starting to find its way here in this second half. Zaire Sawyer with the drive, kicks it out to Orlando Horton. Brandon kicks it out to Braylon Bush, to John Petway with the rebound, and he cleans it up, making that layup, giving the Panthers a 15-point lead over the Tigers by a score of 56-41. Defensive intensity has picked up here for the Panthers as the Tigers have nowhere to go with it. Pass across court. A lot of contact on that layup for the Tigers, but it's no good. A kick inside, and they still try to go up, and the Tigers fight for it and get the layup, cutting into this deficit, giving them a 56-43 point deficit against the Panthers. Panthers coming back the other way. Braylon Bush with the ball, kicks it to Petway, who has been on fire so far, making a couple layups. A step back mid-range jumper. That shot is no good. Sawyer fight for the rebound amongst 3 Tigers, and the Tigers come away with it. P.J. Dozier gets it coming back the other way. Skips down the lane. Layup is up, and it's good. And one for the Tigers as Contavious Dozier will head to the free throw line. No matter how intense the Panthers defense is and how many shots they make and out-hustle the Tigers continue to scratch and claw and just won't go away. Tigers trail the Panthers by a score of 56-45. Contavious Dozier with the free throw, and that shot is off. Panthers get the rebound, coming back the other way. P.J. Ricks with the ball. Almost loses it. Gets possession back. Marcellus Bryan handling the ball. Sawyer with the ball, kicks it to John Petway. Petway on the heater with his layups. Drives inside again, gets a clean one, but misses a bunny. Tigers with the rebound. Stevenson with the ball. Stevenson with the kick, and that pass is tipped. Another steal for the Panthers, another turnover for the Tigers, and the Panthers come back the other way. Panthers swinging it around, trying to get a good shot here offensively. Panthers doing a lot of working on the perimeter. Braylon Bush with the ball as the Panthers reset. Braylon Bush with the drive, kicks it out. Petway for 3, and that shot is good. John Petway is on a heater here in the second half for the Panthers. Petway with 20 points here. 11 of them in the second half. Tigers with the ball. A zip pass, kick to the corner. That shot is up, and they match the Panthers 3. Panthers lead the Tigers by a score of 58-48 with 7.5 minutes left here in the second half. John Petway with the ball. He loses it. Steal by the Tigers, and they come back the other way. Stevenson with the ball, and a foul is committed intentionally by Braylon Bush to stop the Tigers' transition. He does so. Foul is called. Timeout is called, and we'll be right back. And we come back with the Tigers having possession, trailing the Panthers by 10 points. Panthers trying to walk out of here with a victory, and they get another steal. A cross-court pass stolen by the Panthers, and they come back the other way. 6.5 minutes left here in the second half. Panthers trying to build on their lead. A cross-court pass to J.P. Ricks. And a travel is going to be called going against the Panthers. Smith is livid with J.P. Ricks. Nevertheless, the Tigers have the ball. Tigers drive inside. A bank shot is no good. Tigers with the offensive rebound. Look to go back up, and a foul is going to be committed going against Elijah Terry. Tigers will shoot free throws. Headed to the free throw line for the Tigers is going to be P.J. Eason. First free throw attempt by Eason is good. Eason comes into this one averaging 4 points per game for the Tigers, while also shooting 25% from the free throw line. Another free throw attempt here for P.J. Eason as the Tigers continue to try to cut into this deficit, and that free throw is no good. Panthers with the rebound. Panthers lead the Tigers now by 9 points. 58-49. 6 minutes left here in the second half. Orlando Horton Jr. puts his head down, kicks it to the corner. Swung again. Marcel Bryan with the ball. He drives. He kicks it to Orlando Horton Jr. in the corner. Horton Jr. drives again. Another kick to the corner to John Petway with the ball, and that ball is going to be caught out of bounds. Another turnover for the Panthers here in the second half. Talked about the Panthers' defensive intensity in the first half against the Tigers. The Tigers have upped their defensive intensity here against the Panthers, despite the Panthers getting on many runs and a whole lot of great scoring. And another turnover for the Tigers as the Panthers come back the other way. Marcel Bryan tries to get a shot up, loses the ball. That ball goes out of bounds, and it will stay with the Panthers. Like I mentioned before, Tigers have done a great job trying to claw back into this game with their defense. Marcel Bryan catches the ball, and a foul is going to be called going against the Tigers. Marcel Bryan was fouled on the play as we have an official's timeout, trying to get that wet spot off of the floor for the bodies that were on the ground. Braylon Braylon Bush will check into the game for Orlando Horton Jr. Still getting that wet spot up, just like earlier. Handful of players and the referees all scrubbing their feet on the court trying to get that wet spot. I guess the mop wasn't good enough this time. I see a towel out there. They're passing the towel around to get this wet spot up off of the ground. Scraping their feet against the court, making sure it's no wet spot. Definitely don't want to have anybody slipping and falling. Just trying to play some basketball here, people. And they got it all cleared away. And we can resume with some basketball. Panthers with the ball, inbounding it. Get it inside to Marcellus Bryant. He's quick. Jumper, and that shot is off. Tigers with the rebound. Kel Stevenson's come down. Crosses over, drives inside. And he's going to be called for a personal foul. Going against the Panthers. Thought that might have been a charge, but it's going to be a blocking foul. And shooting foul, excuse me, and Kel Stevens will head to the free throw line for the Tigers. 5.5 minutes left here in this second half. The Panthers will make a sub after the free throw. Sawyer will check back into the game. Panthers' leading scorer in this game so far has been Tazan Petway. Has 20 points here in this game. Hit a couple of big threes. Had a couple of huge layups. Had a couple of huge offensive rebounds, cleaning up the glass for the Panthers. Him and Zakai Sawyer have really been everywhere on the court today. Stevenson to shoot his second free throw here. That shot is no good. Panthers with the rebound. Score still remains Panthers 58, Tigers 49. 5 minutes left here in the second half. Panthers trying to close this game out with cleaner offensive possessions. Tazan Petway with a straightaway three, and that shot is good. As he hit another huge three for the Panthers, increasing their lead to 12. As the Panthers now lead the Tigers by a score of 61-49 behind Tazan Petway's 23 points here in this game. We'll be right back after this timeout. And welcome back as the Tigers have possession. And they still here by Orlando Horton Jr. for the Panthers. Sawyer with the dunk attempt, and he is met by the rim. That dunk is no good. Tigers get the ball back. Coming back the other way, and a steal by the Panthers. And the Panthers will get possession after that steal by Sawyer. Sawyer tried to dunk it. Got hung as he missed the dunk attempt, but came back, made up for it, tipping the ball away from Stevenson on the other side, giving the Panthers back the ball. 4.5 minutes left here in this second half. The Panthers just want to get some clean offensive possessions, continue to play great defense, and walk out of here with the W. Swinging it around to the hot man, Petway. Petway loses the ball. Sawyer gets it, kicks it inside. Panthers go up, and that shot is no good, and a rebound by the Tigers. Fight for the possession, and a jump ball is going to be called, and it looks like the Tigers will get possession. Tigers with possession, coming back the other way. Contavious Dozier out there. The lone point guard for the Tigers. As Stevenson takes a steep shot to spin away, and another turnover for the Tigers as the Panthers get possession. Petway kicks it to Ricks. Ricks kicks it to Bush. Bush slows it down. Braylon Bush putting on some moves. Trying to get a good offensive shot here for the Panthers. Screened by Elijah Terry. Terry with the cut inside, and a great pass by Bush on the layup for Terry. Elijah Terry with the 2-point bucket off of the pass from Bush. Great pick and roll chemistry there from the Panthers. and they come back the Tigers come back the other way with possession. Ernest Ross with the ball. PJ Eason calling for it. Ernest Jones sends the ball flying over Eason's head, and the Tigers will call a timeout with a lot of miscommunication going on the court. You can charge it to the Panthers' defensive intensity. Nevertheless, Tigers call timeout, and we'll be right back after this timeout. And welcome back as the Panthers have possession, trying to inbound the ball, and they don't do so. Actually, they do so. Tigers defense was just there for that one. Panthers will inbound once again. Tigers on it. And they get the ball in, but a foul will be called going against PJ Eason for the Grambling Tigers. 4th foul for PJ Eason here in this game. Like I mentioned before, both teams seemed like they wanted to hang their hat on the defensive side of the ball. But to hang your hat on the defensive side, you have to have some type of offense. And the Tigers just fell short to get their offense really off of the ground. They had really good spurts, a couple of runs, had the lead in the early parts of this game, but once the Panthers got the lead, they never really looked back. Tigers tried, but they never really crawled back into it. Panthers turned the ball over. Tigers get the ball back. Tigers with possession, looking to get a good offensive shot here. Panthers defense still being intense, still forcing missed shots. Panthers with the rebound. John Petway with the ball, looking to pass it. PJ Ricks has the ball, looks to reset, kicks it to Bush. Bush looks to do the same. 2.5 minutes left here in this second half. Panthers looking to walk out of here with their first conference victory. Bush with the drive and the kick. Back to the top of the key. Sayer with the drive, kicks it to Terry for the and one bucket, and Terry will head to the free throw line to finish this and one. Elijah Terry with some good quality minutes here in the second half. Really putting his stamp on this game. Contavious Dozier for the Tigers charged with the foul. Elijah Terry at the free throw line. Free throw is up and it's no good. Tigers get the rebound. They come back the other way. 2 minutes left here in the second half. Dozier with the drive, high off glass with his right hand. And that shot is good. Panthers with the ball now, bringing it back the other way. Orlando Horton Jr. drives, runs around, kicks it out, kicks it to Bush. Looks like that ball was tipped, goes back court. Bush gets it back. And the Panthers continue to keep things slow here, just trying to walk out of here with the victory. Bush with the kick across court. Elijah Terry with the ball, comes back to Bush. 5 seconds left here on this shot clock. Bush puts up a prayer, and that shot goes in. That three-point shot is good by Braylon Bush for the Panthers, and that should just about do it if it wasn't done already. With that three, the Panthers go up 68-51 over the Tigers with 1 minute left here in this game. And the Panthers with another steal. Sawyer comes down court, has the ball tipped away. Elijah Terry puts it up, and that bucket is good. As this game comes to an end, a lot of tempers are flaring. PJ Eason and Elijah Terry having words. And they call timeout is going to be called here by the Tigers with 1 minute left here in this second half. Panthers lead by a score of 70-51. We'll be right back to end this game right after this. And welcome back to this one. 1 minute left here in this second half as the Panthers will walk out of this one victorious. Tigers with the ball, a drive inside. Shot is up. The shot is good. P.J. Edwards with the layup for the Tigers. Foul is called on Braylon Bush. P.J. Edwards will head to the free throw line for the Tigers. P.J. Edwards will shoot one free throw. Edwards shooting 70% from the free throw line this season for the Tigers, while averaging 5 points per game in 16 minutes in 13 games played. Also to go along with 38% from the field and 37% from three. And I guess one more wet spot cleanup before this game ends. Pause and play here as the Panthers made a substitution as Tajon Petway will check back in the game. If you ask a lot of people here today, probably player of the game for the Panthers coming out of this one, as he leads them in scoring with 23 loud points in this game. And that free throw by Edwards for the Tigers is no good. Tigers trying to trap here. Panthers still trying to keep it. Walk out of here victorious. They will do so no matter what. Panthers moving it around. Tigers trapping. Petway kicks it to the corner, kicks it back out to Bush. Petway with his second straight 20-point game for the Panthers. Bush puts up a prayer, and that shot is good. That shot is good by Braylon Bush as he tries to put the nail in the coffin. If there weren't already plenty of nails in the coffin. Ernest Jones with the drive for the Tigers. And that bucket is good. Panthers will walk out of this one victorious with their first Swac conference game, beating the Grambling Tigers by a score of 73-55. As I mentioned before, Tajon Petway might have been player of the game with his second straight. That's right, second straight 20-point game after scoring 22, leading the Panthers in scoring with 22 points against the Oklahoma Sooners. He comes into this one and drops 23 points, but this time the Panthers walk out of this one victorious. Panthers get their second win of the season and will head into their next game with a record of 2-12. Panthers defensive intensity and three-point shooting gave them the victory in this one. Panthers' next game will be against Texas Southern University here on the Hill, Monday, January 6th at 7:30 p.m. Thank you all for listening to today's broadcast. My name is Gregory Johnson, and I'm signing off.